You may not want to believe this, but I went on 8 dates last night. Yes, you heard me correctly. 8. How did I do this? I went live on Instagram and I spoke to 8 people for 10 minutes each. It was utterly insane. Somebody flashed their candle on the screen. I screamed, I got off the live. In the good news, I had a few really good dates. Let me tell you guys what I have realized, all right? I had, out of the 8 guys I was on a date with, 7 of them were black, and I had 1 Filipino guy. The age range, the youngest was 28, the oldest was 41, and I am 31. Of the 8 dates I went on, 2 stood out to me more than everyone. And those 2 had one thing in common. And this is some real game for any men that are listening out there who want to really make a good impression on a date. These 2 men asked great questions. Great questions. I'm talking questions that were thought-provoking, questions that were not yes or no, questions that you can tell they knew about me beforehand, questions that were engaging, questions that actually had to make me take a second and think like, damn, I don't even know this about myself. I need to go into the crevices of my hippocampus to pull this memory out. Whereas the crappier, boring, dry dates were men who thought they knew women and thought they knew what the hell they were saying. And they were boring. They were just talking and talking about how great they are and talking about how real they are. And every woman has been on a date with this type of man and they are literally stabbing their eyes out internally the whole time. I had put in my story on Instagram days before that I am considering doing group trips for travel. And I put the link there for people to click the link if they're interested. One of the guys on my live told me that he clicked the link. And I was like, so blown away. I'm like, wow, you actually are actively doing something for me. Like, I don't even know you yet. This is the first time we've interacted, but you've already filled the story out. Now, I get thousands of people on my story every day. And there was only like 30 people that did the survey. So I'm like, you are one of the 30. That is a great percentage of someone that actually supports you. And the guy that happened to do the survey was actually the youngest of my entire thing. He was 28. So whoever said age is just a number, you are damn right.
This is a interesting take once again. Now, Jess Wong, I follow her on TikTok and Instagram. I've done a few videos reacting to her content. And I think that she brings up some good issues that are talking points for the videos I do, and this being one of them. And previously, I know she's went viral on World Star about the downside of being an attractive woman. And one thing about women, especially an attractive woman, an influencer like Jess, is you're going to have tons of dudes. And obviously you did this thing that a lot of women I see are doing on TikTok, where they're actually auctioning off dates, where guys are doing these dates. And the women that are doing this, obviously guys are going to show up. And when you're bombarded, and I'm just saying, which some women are, some women aren't. They don't deal with attention. Some women can handle the attention. Some women know that it is what it is. But it's sometimes hard to impress women who get attention all day long, right? As she said, she has thousands of guys. She probably has thousands of men and women both telling her that she's beautiful. I'm not saying it's her fault. But one of the things is, you got 10 guys, 10 minutes each. It's a lot of time. That's a little bit over an hour and a half, right? And you're doing these things, and these guys are speed dating, saying certain things, and they have a certain amount of time to impress you and do what's called thought-provoking, or have thought-provoking questions, which I get it. A lot of women say that they encounter guys that don't be talking about nothing, that basically, what do you like? Hey, what do you do? What do you like to eat? So on and so forth, this and that. And I get it. These are men that aren't good with women, but a date goes both ways. You're both talking to each other. And this is why I say a lot of modern dating, especially with this concept of these speed dates, is turning into idolatry. And I'm not saying anything about her in particular, but if it's just one way, like, hey, you ask me the questions and I'm just like, stabbing my eyes out because this guy has only a certain amount of time to impress me, when that's not the purpose of dating. Dating should not be idolatry. It should not be a one-way thing where you're trying to impress this person so much. And hey, when I get there are boring people, there are boring women. But a lot of times what I think with dating now is that you're made to be the court jester for a woman. You're here to entertain, dance, Homie the Clown, all this other stuff, just trying to impress her. And then you go back to the, if she doesn't find you funny, off with his head, off with his head. And it's just not how it should be. It's fun for dudes to actually pull the glizzy out on her. That's uncalled for. That's very disrespectful. But it's like Mike Epps had a joke one time on one of his stand-ups. I believe he was in San Jose. I can't remember the exact one. But he was saying, he tells a joke and they'd be like, all right, Mike Epps, give me another joke. That's how dating is a lot of times. You have to be quality entertainment. That's how some women look at it. I'm not saying all. You have to be quality entertainment to keep her entertained. You have to ask thought-provoking questions, something that she's never heard. If you're a bartender, if you're a stripper, if you're in the public eye, if you're on social media, it's hard to hear things that you haven't heard before. It's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very rare. Energy or energy. Either it matches or it don't. Either you're feeling the person or you're not. I'm pretty sure, Jess, there's nothing a man can say that you haven't already heard. I know you said that he has to ask you something that's going to make you go deep within your hippocampus and all this stuff like that. But it's difficult. It's either energy is there or it's not. But as a man, when you're in a position where this is the idol and you're down here, it's not really going to work out. And if you're approaching dating like that, then that's going to be an issue as well. But there are a lot of people, I get it, because this is how it is when you're an influencer. People will say stuff, they'll call you beautiful all day, but they won't support your brand. They won't support what it is that you do. Something as simple as that. But you'll have a man that will do all, and once again, I don't want y'all to get me wrong. You'll have a man that will do all of those things, will support you, buy the tickets, want to see you, say, hey, I can do this, I can do that. Have a nice personality, but it's not going to get you that far. But I get it. What you're saying is it's a step in the right direction. It's a step in the right direction, but those people are overlooked. And I get it. You cannot entertain all people. But I know dating cannot be that hard. I think with women, they're looking for that 1% that hits everything on the checklist that is going to be able to give that time of day to. And it doesn't always happen like that. Just being honest. If we're going to keep it funky. I could be off though, but I say this, love the one that loves you. You should never have to chase someone or go above and beyond. The best thing with dating is to be yourself. And you don't have to change up. If that's who you are, if this is how you like to have a conversation, that's who you are. Either she likes it or she doesn't. Don't feel like you did anything wrong. But you should be respectful and have common courtesy. Just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think, though. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Linktree to book a one-on-one with yours truly. Purchase all my books, merch, t-shirts. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next video that's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm out of here. Peace.